my god, did it work? Oh, I think it's working. Sweet. Alright, I just need to tweet to everyone in the world. All 39 of my followers. And yeah, let's do part 2. Hopefully the audio levels are better this time. This is sort of trial and error starting out, so now that I've alienated all of my audience by having terrible volume levels in episode 1, we can head on to episode 2. Just remembered that I never actually showed the stats for the soldiers after the first mission, but here you can see, so the darker color is what it started at, and the lighter addition is how much they've improved. So just from one mission, this guy's got like, looks like 3 or 4 more time units, a bit more health. Their attributes improve depending on what they did in the mission. So you're going to see that not many of my guys had firing accuracy increases because very few of them hit anything by shooting. This guy might be the only one. Oh, there's one. And it's sort of nice that they have this screen. Like, you can go through and see this guy's got 1 mission, 1 kill. I feel like a lot of games, they miss the presentation aspect a little bit. There's no reason that this has to be here. It doesn't matter when I play the game that someone has 24 missions or 1 mission. But it's just really cool to be able to look through that and see it. It sort of creates a bit of a story as you're playing the game. Just want to make sure I have new soldiers on the way. Where do I do that? Base info, transfers. So yeah, I have a few new soldiers on the way. I changed some configuration settings, so hopefully this will work a lot faster and be less laggy. Alright, here are our new soldiers. Let's check them out. It's sort of interesting. There's no way to change the order of this list, and when new soldiers arrive, they seem to just sort of appear in it randomly. I don't know. But this list is the exact order that they get placed in the Sky Ranger for missions. Oh wow, that guy can actually shoot at things. It's sort of nice to have. Oh wow, all of these guys can. You guys are awesome. Looks like this guy may even be a 1. So all of a sudden I have guys that I sort of want to protect, and certainly want to give rifles and expect to be able to hit things, which is a change, and I wasn't really expecting that this early in the game. Those were some pretty solid rolls. We're just going to sort of play through until, yeah, the living quarters is complete, so now I get to spend all of my money on scientists. I think getting scientists rolling early in the game was a pretty big deal. And we have another grounded UFO. This one's a little further away, so I'm going to send an interceptor out to sort of hover over it as well. I only have 11 rifles. Whoops. I think I may have blown some up with grenades in the last mission. I no longer have my explosive ammo for the heavy cannon, so I think I'm just giving someone a pistol and nothing else. Which is like fine, they'll just throw grenades, pretty much. Do I need 2 people with pistols? Yes, I do. But yeah, I mean, as we saw in the first mission, it's mostly just throwing grenades at people. Let's zoom in. Get a nice look at the country of Budapest. It's interesting that they have some country lines here, but not a whole lot of them. I wonder what country that is for funding. It might be Russia? I don't know. I don't know, man. It might not even be a country for funding purposes. Just like missions that happen here are a dead zone as far as funding goes, because those people are too poor to fund XCOM. I hope that wasn't somehow racist or something. Probably politically unwise to say it. but I mean, that sort of describes me. Ooh, alright. Not dead yet. This is a map edge, so there's nobody there, and there's an alien facing the wrong way. Moment of truth. I could just take some rifle shots of this guy. I'm not going to be able to kill him with a grenade this turn, so if I don't kill him with rifle shots, he's going to get some shots off at me. Let's try it. This guy's a solid shooter. Heyo! And yeah, that was a little bit above expectation. Man, this is going so fast now. Alright, so we need to slow down the scroll speed. That's a bit nicer. A little bit more. Let's slow down the movement speed too. Oh, that's way too much. Is there like a... No, there is no medium. Goldilocks would not be pleased. So, I'm gonna... Sort of interesting. So this guy's a sergeant, but he's terrible at fighting. To some extent, I sort of want him to die so that someone else who can actually shoot things can get promoted to sergeant instead. Whereas this guy is a complete rookie with no combat experience, but he has 66 firing accuracy, so I'm going to be basically leading with guys who I'm totally fine with losing, and just sort of backing up with more important guys. It's possibly... I mean, it's sort of a philosophy of armor. You could research armor and then produce armor and give your soldiers armor. Or you could spend $40,000 for a really crappy dude and run him in front of them. And that's, you know, it's going to have a similar effect on your soldiers' survivability, at least the ones that you care about. I'm sort of worried about grenades coming out of there, so I'm going to hold off on deploying everybody this turn. It's a spot also where... Just realized that I probably have my camera on, so maybe I should like sit up. Oh, yeah. I'm totally presentable and everything. Yeah, it's a spot where I don't want a grenade to land and kill... Maybe if it kills 2 guys, that's fine, but I don't want it to kill 5 or something. That all looks good. And we're off. So, between turns we heard lots of spaceship doors. This spaceship has lots of doors, so it doesn't mean that they're coming out the front or anything. I think there's a door here, a couple doors down here, one door here. This is a, sorry. Yes. No? Yes. Okay. I'm sort of afraid that I muted the microphone there. This is still a small spacecraft, but it's bigger than the one that we encountered in the first mission. Alright, so this alien, I can see him, so he can see me. But since he didn't shoot at anybody in the last turn, we can be pretty confident that he can't see like these guys. So rather than having this guy prime a grenade and throw it, I'm going to have this guy prime a grenade and throw it. Because this guy's out of vision, so the alien doesn't get a chance to respond. And that was not a perfect grenade throw or anything, but it's going to do the trick. Get some guys by the doorways. My guys have terrible, terrible reactions. Like this guy's 52. I don't know exactly what the formula is, but basically what that means is that if an alien comes out, assuming that it decides to shoot my guys, you know, a few of them are going to die. But there isn't really anything I can do other than put guys right by the door. Like, when I go in the door, I need to have a full turn worth of time units on the guys who are doing it, or else it's just completely suicidal. And so I'm gonna actually have the luxury of having a few people who can shoot, so I'm gonna leave this guy facing this way for reaction shots, and leave this guy facing this way too, I think. That will sort of defend me from the alien if it comes out the front door, but not a huge amount. And I'm going to put these guys sort of by the front door, but out of the line of fire. It's just like the tactical missions in XCOM are a wonderful, wonderful exercise in tactics. It's such a free situation with so many variables that it really feels more like making judgment calls in a military situation or something where you're putting your soldiers in the light rather than executing a set strategy, which you might get that feeling playing a game even as complex as chess or magic or something. You sort of know what you're doing and are executing it. And this feels a little bit more like playing The Sims or something. There's just so much stuff going on that you can't really sum it all up in a few good rules. I don't know why my brain went to The Sims as the example for that. No idea. So now this guy has reaction time units. Just like 3 out of 4 of them do. Like the worst thing possible that can happen is an alien walks out with a primed grenade somehow. That would obviously be terrible, but well, what are you gonna do? I wonder if it would be better to just leave one guy by the door and then have him prime grenades and walk in, just expect him to die, but to take out the aliens at the entrance in doing so. Sort of like I did in the last mission on the smaller UFO. The thing about this UFO is that the aliens will be more spread out within it, and so you're going to get less damage out of those grenades, and you don't necessarily need to use them to clear out the aliens. Like, you could just run in with your soldiers and on average probably have less than one die for a similar or even better effect. See what's gonna happen. We heard a door open, so there's somebody out in rural nowhere, probably in this building. Oh, yeah, there's the door that opened. Probably I want to prioritize finding him and landing a grenade on his feet over entering the UFO. Well, that was easy. I do want to enter the UFO, though, rather than just like hanging out while I clear the rest of the map, because the UFO door is just so dangerous otherwise. At any point an alien could come out, and even if I have guys looking at it, they're not necessarily going to get a shot off at him with reactions before he kills them. So these guys standing out in the middle of nowhere are, I think, comparatively safe compared to someone standing anywhere near the UFO door. Apparently I did not click in the right place there. But it'll be okay. Kenji Okade. I feel like there's like another version of this game which cosmetically changed a couple things. That's nice of them to be facing the wrong way. Namely, put black people in the game. And Asians, I think. I guess they decided it was a little bit weird for only white people with blonde hair and possibly blue eyes to be saving the world. That was sort of depressing. And now that alien is facing this way and probably still has time units for reactions. Oh, we got him. Okay. That was not the best. Yeah. We won't be marking that guy's grave with too many positive statements, I don't think. almost done. Let's go down here. You can do so much micromanagement in these battles. Like, that may be fairly obvious already. But you can do more micromanagement than you're even thinking, I promise you. Like, you can knock aliens unconscious, then pick up every single item on the map that they could shoot you with, give all of your guys pistols, line them all up around the aliens, and wait for them to come back conscious to train their reactions. Just as an example of how over the top you can go with micromanaging and exploiting the game engine and stuff. I'm not going to do that, because that doesn't sound like a good way to spend my time. We're getting pretty lucky with them all facing the wrong way. I don't know, I'm nervous to even like walk up behind him and shoot him 3 times, because last time that didn't work very well. And I do have guys who just throw a grenade at him. That seems better. Grenade's just $300. It sort of sucks that sometimes it will destroy some of the stuff that he's carrying. Like, you may have noticed that these grenades I've been using up here, that destroyed the corpse. That destroyed the corpse. Otherwise you'd see a corpse on the ground, but instead you see some of the equipment he was carrying on the ground. Usually those corpses could be sold for $20,000, so from a monetary standpoint, it's not the best. Like, that corpse is worth half a soldier, so if you don't care about your soldiers dying, you should be prioritizing not blowing up the corpses a lot more than I am. Man, they're all just hanging out down there. It's like a big rave. This guy's out of grenades. There's too many of them. And somehow they have yet to actually shoot at me. Except for that one time that I walked up behind someone and shot him and then he turned around. Hey yo, it's not very nice. That's how I imagine him speaking, apparently. So we're just getting by the doors again. This is, again, like, super dangerous. Aliens can walk through doors and kill my guys. I just don't know what else there is I can do this better. Like, maybe I could get armor-piercing rounds and a heavy cannon and start blowing holes in the sides of the spaceships to chuck grenades into. That could be better. Seems like a lot of work. Okay, we don't know where that guy went. But he's somewhere in here. And like, when we have 3 guys all around coming from different angles, we'll be out to get him. He'll be facing the wrong way and somebody will land a grenade at his feet. Your soldiers have energy as well, so this guy who's been running all the way around the map all the time, this mission is down to 22 energy, and I'm pretty sure that this turn he actually won't be able to use all 60 of his time units on movement because of that. Now it's down to 13. So energy, rather than you getting 100% of it to start each turn, he's out of energy. You only recharge maybe 20 of it, I don't know. And once you're out of energy, there is no more movement for you, but you can still shoot. Hi. Found him. No real option there other than to just shoot him. It seemed like a pretty high percentage play though. So, the next phase of clearing out this UFO is this room, which is really nasty for reaction shots from aliens. I'm just getting so lucky with them facing the wrong way. But yeah, like that guy's carrying a heavy plasma, so if he turned around, my dude would be dead. don't survive heavy plasma shots very often. And it looks like the side is clear, so there's probably a navigator hanging out in the navigation room, which is here. Actually, no, that's the navigation room. Why would the navigator be in here? I don't know, but he often is. There are different types of aliens. Once you get an alien containment, you can start bringing non-lethal weapons on missions and deliberately trying to capture them. He's the worst soldier. High Sergeant, ironically. I just brought in the guy I felt was the most expendable because the alien gets a chance at a reaction shot there. That should be that mission done. So we lost one operative. It's worth minus 21 points rather than minus 20 because I assume the operative was a squatty rather than a rookie. I don't know exactly how all those points work. We got some Illyrium. I feel like we didn't get Illyrium last time, which makes no sense. We have a captain now, another sergeant. We're going to need, well, let's wait until Sky Ranger gets back, and then we will do some more finance stuff. We can sell off all sorts of things, build new bases. Oh, we have 5 laser pistols made. Could have been using those instead of terrible pistols. Normal pistols. So we're just selling off all the plasma weapons because they're worth so much, selling off mine probes because they're worth much, selling off corpses, selling off power sources, selling off navigation still. Until I need to research this stuff, there's no reason to have it around, really. Yeah, they got me 2.4 million, so let's see, let's max out this laboratory can have 50 scientists working. We have 26 on the ground right now, plus some more coming, right? Plus another 20. So let's max out scientists, grab 4 more. Grab a soldier to replace the one that we lost. I don't think we need to buy more rifles because we're going to be replacing that with plasma weapons. And I think we have enough money to build another base. So the reason I'm placing bases where they're placed, first off, I placed my first base in Europe because your first base is free and Europe is the most expensive place to build a base. Sensible enough. But after that, I'm basically looking at funding and trying to get as much coverage off my large radar of important countries so that I can get plus points in them and get their funding going up instead of going down. So the US, it's not really got a whole lot around it. Canada is a very minor funding nation, but Mexico is not at all. But the US is just worth so much money by itself that it's worth throwing a base down here pretty quickly, I think. You're allowed 8 bases, so eventually I'll have 3 Northern Hemisphere, 3 Southern Hemisphere, Arctic, Antarctic, and that should give me full radar coverage pretty much. It shouldn't matter too much exactly where I place this. Let's put it in Vegas. Vegas, I guess, is there. Let's not put it there. Let's put it like in Mexicali. Let's call it Mexicali. Make me want a burrito every time I go there. And yeah, just get the base infrastructure going. These are completely naked bases for quite a while, so if aliens decide to land in them, they will be gone. Which is unfortunate, but usually it takes the aliens quite a while to work out where a base is. They'll start to send ships looking for it if you intercept a bunch of their UFOs near it, but these guys don't even have radar systems up, so I'm not even finding UFOs around them, which means I'm not intercepting UFOs around them, which means the aliens aren't retaliating and looking for the base. So they're fairly safe. And my scientists are maxed. I'm not going to bother building a second laboratory here. My next laboratories are going to be over at Mount Everest Research Labs. I like that I'm doing like mass production in Mexico and researching at the top of Mount Everest. which is not actually located at the top of Mount Everest. Looking at the map is going to bug me. Okay, we have a laser rifle. We have all these interesting things about it. I don't know what they mean. Let's see. So, it's much more accurate than a laser pistol. Takes longer to shoot. And does more damage. That's about what you'd expect, right? Heavy lasers sort of suck, in my experience. So we're going to be giving them a pass. I think the most important thing to research next would be medikits, probably. Let's just grab medikits. Alien grenades are going to be like the biggest boost in power for my soldiers, but I only have 3 or 4 of them that I found on missions, so it's not super important to get that going yet. They're not something that I'm going to want to produce. They're things that I'll just find from alien spacecraft. So I can wait until I've accumulated a few before I bother researching them. Laser rifles are on their way. And yeah, good to go some more. How long have I been... I don't know how long this session has been. Call it a session because I'm a poker player. Oh, Steven. Yeah, we have a UFO. That's Mount Everest. We don't have any craft here. Hanging out. This one's actually in the air, so we're going to get to shoot it down. And then we'll head out with the Sky Ranger. We're going to wait until it's daytime to head out with the Sky Ranger then. Is that on land? You don't want to shoot them down over the ocean because you don't get to go recover all the goodies. So this is the same type of UFO that we just did in the last mission. And once day comes, we're gonna head over there and check it out. In the meantime, the aliens will just ravage the Italian countryside, I guess. Whatever. We didn't sign up to stop them doing that. Have to put our 14th soldier on the craft. Should probably check him out as well. See if he's any good at anything. I don't think laser rifles are actually better than rifles. Sorry, laser pistols. I definitely think laser rifles are better than regular rifles. But I think I'll just give the guys who don't have rifles laser pistols. It seems like it would make sense. I'm going to sell some junk that I'm never going to use as well, just to clean it out. Get rid of the heavy cannon, I think. Let's keep one, actually. Oh no, I'll have laser rifles real soon. Get rid of the autocannon, get rid of the small rocket. Oh, we can get rid of a few laser pistols. Get rid of the smoke grenades. Alright. Check out this new soldier, and we are off to Italy. I'm not saving really at all, which is sort of a terrible idea when playing this game, because things can go bad really, really quick. The missions that I've done so far have been pretty tame, but in no way does that have to be normal. I'm not interested in giving anybody a rocket launcher. It doesn't seem necessary. We've only seen sectoids so far. Here you can see this one crash landed, so there's a giant hole in the roof. I'm going to be throwing some grenades in there. The only aliens we've seen so far have been sectoids. There are actually a ton of different types of aliens though. Sectoids tend to be most common at the beginning of the game, and then you'll start to see different aliens as the game goes on. And they are better at some things, worse at others, as you might expect. Oh, Captain, my Captain. My cats are so cute right now. They're just a little bit off camera, but 1, 2. Hanging out with me. That was probably the most entertaining part of the video so far. Under the wing still. Out from under the wing. So we can throw it. I can't see the screen because there's a cat in the way. Who's that? My cat's totally had no idea who I was. I just got back from New Zealand, where I had been for 2 months. And they were like, who's this guy? And now I've been around for a few hours, so they're okay with cuddling again. Cats, I don't think they're very well noted for. Oops. That's how this game works. So we didn't even see that guy. That's a lot more normal than how the missions I've been doing so far have gone. And so, without really knowing where he is, we're in an awkward spot, because I don't have many guys who can like run and find out, and if they do, he'll probably just shoot them again, because it's turn 0, so he has a full thing of reaction points. Apparently, he has a bit more vision than I thought he did, because I thought I'd be able to get that grenade off. Really? See, he's hiding in the cornfield, so it's harder to see him, but I think my guys are just legally blind at this point. Now, in the first mission we found out that this one is the primed woman, pretty sure. Nope. Well, it was in the first mission, but I guess it's random. Okay, so what do I want to do about this situation? That one's not the primed one either. How's that even possible? Running out of soldiers with time units a little bit here. But this should be it. No? There wasn't a primed grenade? I'm really confused right now. I'm pretty sure I primed a grenade. Maybe when they pick it up it becomes I don't know what just happened. I suspect that it's like on the ground somewhere else, and between turns I'm going to find out exactly where it is, and then my guys are going to die. We'll see how that goes. Given that I think there may be a grenade about to explode down here, there's not much reason to move these guys out of the Sky Ranger. I don't think they'll die when they're standing up here, though. I think they have a decent amount of protection. There he is! Way to just walk around randomly. Oh my god, did he actually land a shot there? What a beast. So he got shot, didn't die, and then managed to shoot him back. Unfortunately, he's fatally wounded ×3, so that's the end of him. Unless I can finish the mission in less than 6 turns, which is doable. I assume that this guy has no time units, so I can just walk up. And good. Alright. Cover in this game is actually really well done, I feel. You saw that he just hit the fence. And sometimes you will hit the fence when someone's standing behind a fence. I would say about as often as you should. So, it feels pretty good. Okay, made it over the top of the spaceship. Time out for cats. Oh, those two. I'm gonna chuck a grenade. This guy's just double fisting. Alright. I'm gonna chuck a grenade in the roof. Chucking grenades in like that is gonna destroy corpses and stuff. It's probably expensive to do. I don't know, maybe I even shouldn't. Maybe I should just go in with rifles. I have already lost 2 guys here, and if I went in with rifles and it went really poorly, the mission could end up failing, which, like, you can have missions which go very well and missions which go mediocrely and you lose a couple of soldiers and what have you, but the difference between failing a mission and just barely completing it is so huge that you sort of have to play to avoiding a failure. If you fail a mission, you're going to lose your Sky Ranger, which is like 600,000 or something dollars, and then it takes a long time to get a new one, so you can't go do missions in the interim. You lose your entire squad and all of the equipment. And it really sucks for your score too. It's just not really a good thing all around. I'm going to send this guy to the other side of the spaceship so he can like land a grenade there or something. Seems like a good idea. Since I have a guy super fatally wounded, I'm going to get a little bit reckless about getting everyone out of the ship and doing stuff as soon as possible. Because I'd sort of like to keep that guy around. He's not going to be able to go on missions for a long time, but he's just sort of a free $40,000. Plus he killed an alien. He didn't kill an alien, but he did some reaction shots and actually hit an alien. So he's going to have a few bonuses already to his stats. I didn't hear any death screams from the last grenade. That doesn't really mean much of anything. It's a fairly large area, so there could be like 5 aliens around and it just didn't land especially close to any of them. I'm just going to keep sort of chucking grenades in until I have men there, at which point obviously it becomes less appealing to throw grenades at your own people. And I think I'll be able to finish this up before my dude dies. It's looking pretty good. Do you have a rifle somewhere, sir? You can go pick up that one. Your accuracy with a two-handed weapon is reduced when you're carrying something in your other hand. That's why these guys aren't carrying a grenade in their offhand all the time, even though, you know, they keep on using grenades. It might just be better to put grenades in their offhand, given how absurdly often I'm defaulting to a grenade rather than a rifle shot. But I'm not going to do it. They look dumber when they're carrying a grenade too. Should we just go in? Let's just go in. Nobody yet. Okay, there's one. So the smoke makes it much harder to see. I don't really trust this guy to kill him, but I also didn't care at all if this guy died. It might be good for me to get this guy killed because he cannot shoot at all. So it seemed like a decent thing to try. The smoke is honestly so bad that there may still be aliens just sort of hanging around in here somewhere that I can't see yet. I'm gonna drop, oops, that was, oh, there's the prime grenade. I'm gonna drop a grenade in there, because there might be one behind the wall. And the wall protects my troops from taking damage from the grenade. Okay, I think that I may have cleaned this up already. Yeah, 4 turns. Got it. So we actually only had 3 live aliens to deal with. So you see there's a big difference between when you've shot down a UFO and when you're going into one that's just hanging out on the ground on its own. And I'm gonna like do the post-mission stuff, sell off some things, get some money, and then I'm gonna wind up this little segment. I'm getting closer to the point where I could consider keeping heavy plasma, but I mean, not really too fussed about it. You can see I didn't get a UFO power source out of that one, so that also means I didn't get any Alarium out of that one. I only have 50 Alarium. Let's take a look at the soldiers. This guy's wounded. Oh, only 14 days. That's pretty sweet. But somehow his reactions didn't improve and his firing accuracy didn't improve. So, congratulations on your great strength. Little cat. Here are my soldiers. And we'll just scroll through. I'm gonna need to buy another one to sub in for him, which is fine. And at some point, I think what I'm going to do is just save this money until I can build more infrastructure at these bases. I don't think I want to start a fourth base just yet. Cat, you are directly in the way. Okay, well, I can't see the screen anymore because there's a cat between me and it, but that's going to do it for this little segment. Part 2 over. I wonder if I can stop. Okay. I can see where to stop the broadcast. So, hope you guys enjoyed. See you sometime pretty soon, probably for part 3.